tano kapugyo jenga ya piando man by namaban tan makaru weng banjal Ruweng ni by mi gediamdo yan me jong ti mada kajemo tan makaru weng banjal Ruweng ni by mi gediamdo ana donya na bol mada kajemo tan makaru weng banjal Ruweng ni by mi gediamdo King Noka men by Makajemo, Saran Bokaru and Morangel Ruweng, in my music younger. Aliva in a legend, you go in a line, in Gawa, Tangla Kayametio, in Kenjadway, Gabaka, Boga, Lady Janio, Ruweng, Ariam. Ruweng a boy, Jang and Dick of Piando, Kusinto, Kanjeran, the Piogadan.
Welcome to Ruweng Global Media. Ayok Okiban Live, most of Milan, can be Denke. We jump along the.
Oh, my, you live, you live.
Yes, it is on.
Okay.
Live is on. So, we jump kak Caro along the interview the AC when a chief administrator interview that one on iRadio kujala coming election Taru and Community Union in Juba. Yen work file for some and Tinamat ko kujaban Moses can Moses be the whole discussion when introduced Kayen all on a little bit. Ian, welcome, Moses.
Ian, a guy, work a commode, the quite die. Ken, Ian, and John Melon Mian. Ukiban live today. Ukibok jam Taban Nogbe jam interview one chief administrator the Ruweng. Ujela election and Lord Pijuba the Ruweng Community Union. So one guy be call Chiro call can so Ian Abba Dwang Mayik who book jam book go lie. Ian work a college ban.
Bill was a chocolate of Ben call Moses. Ben Ayok Terror Baden and Nyanya Tin come to Okida Zaman did a gok, Bogan Con Kate condolence and to do quite with a type one ninja by an Epuja along regional in with Ruweng, a chin pentong, chinarantong, Ek Dio, Kayok Kake, Bugekan Nelichin, be Big Tauchin Fene. ko lo ko lo ko pan Ruweng yen pet tok chere wan ko che de ka cholo ba tene de wan ma an nyen jal ten ku jola ka in discuss cholo ba yen ke ku kon kwen ga condolence to the family ku oklo jam ne ko kon kwen ku ke ge ko I ku bok jam tin ke yen topic kun ta chu got analysis on chief administrator of Ruweng administrative area interview dan wan chulo on iRadio Kujola the thing king bok jam long the upcoming election of Rural Community Union in Juba. Ka yo ke ka ti ke bio kan akane na de ke be female motor doctrine ka de tin bi chat ku bok pin audio the chief administrator when honorable Chom Malari Duran chief administrator of Rural administrative area in a book in jam and chen jam. Ka yo ka Moses back to you.
Alme ma chingo ba lu la ya le blue play an audio book ping book our contribution book your tower.
Ke na yok NK ban kiam no lo akan no bo audio de no bo pen lo analyze ni jam nen wan chen jam ka yo go chipeng ben on mit Ruweng long den high radio ni jam de ban kiam chen nga ba kene book roll book play ku book analysis lo based on the point that he was answering ayen afet audio on back up in because ke support book tower on the slide but I can make the audio back up in. Again, bear with me. Let me just put the audio. About work close the can buy in marketing.
Right, a very good morning to you and welcome to the second half of the Dawn program here on iRadio, your eye on South Sudan. My name is Emmanuel Joseph Akila and today is Friday. It is the 13th of September 2024, coming to 13 minutes now after the hour of 7. Well, now we cross to Ruweng administrative area to discuss some of the major achievements and also future plans, peace and security, as well as economic activities, among many others. Remember, Ruweng administrative area is located in the northern part of South Sudan, bordering Sudan to the north, Upper Nile to the east, Jungule and Unity State to the south, and Abyei administrative area and Warab to the west. Now, it is one of the oil-producing areas in South Sudan, with the majority of its communities depending on subsistence and also commercial farming because of its fertile land. So to talk more about Ruweng administrative area and the efforts the authorities are undertaking to address the needs of the population, I'm joined live in the studio by its chief, that is Tiop Di Monluak Di Diran, chief of the Ruweng administrative area. It's good to have you with us here in the studio for the very first time. Welcome to iRadio and the Dawn in particular. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and pleased to be here today.
Right. Now, to begin with, you were appointed by President Salva Kiir in May this year as the chief administrator of Ruweng. So talk to us briefly about some of your plans and also achievements so far.
Thank you. Well, Ruweng, as you've mentioned, we border the Sudan from the north to the east. We border Jongole and Unity State to the west, Warab and Abyei to the to the south to the west. Yes, and yes, the area lacks a number of services, and we are trying to raise the standard of the services in the area.
Yes, you can go ahead and mention them.
Yes. Yes. If you talk of the time I've been in office since May until now, I can say there is a list of services we would like to deliver and or improve. We are working hard to make sure the schools are on. We also are embarked. We have embarked in the services of agriculture. If we are to list them, we would say number one, أننا يعني انخرطنا في المجال بتاع الزراعة. We have plowed 3,000 fadans of good land for agriculture, and we target to grow Dura. Out of these 3,000 fadans, and physically we have we have sown seeds on 1,000 fadan. And because we started a little bit late, we started actually in July 19th, and we were caught up by the heavy rains. But so far, يعني من 3,000 فدان زرعنا 1,000 فدان, where we hope with time we will be able to complete the 3,000 فدان.
ده زورة بس يعني.
زورة بس هاي.
Yena coach chopping will be with long line introduction on the chief administrator. Chen Jam Kayoka ran lo interview I radio Kayoka geographical location Ruweng to the Nuta Chi and Taught in the Chiquena Dick Kayo Banka went to go Bella Waji Chitan. Ayoka to tin in most of the week book jam tinten. Akwaje yogudi along the by quite nimdolia Queen shot drive a banya chanbe pan can bring in the location to year and kutin yogudi what a chiban chop chanjam.
المهم ين إنتليج ما يجاي طبعا بين كي يارا وندي power كويس كو كي ده wisdom كو تجمع تين طبعا جامنا كاون شوبين كنه ين way أنا تين طبعا أنا كلوي but تجمع كويس cuma ngi ne taban siyado politic taban ke kade kine ngi chilwel kawonte che your duty ku yen ake wailwel already angi ki jai chigam lakini in politics taban de kawon chi kalwel kawon che related to you long beyond the border kene kawon chi ran chi nyode ku ke ki tie chan bi la dip chan bi ke chol boundary bi luel the kam ko je ko ka ki luel so yen ke ki la nyang we kene ku deng nom ki long te tilanial kene na chi nyot wene ne ku wene ne long biag de long chumal so ka yo ke is speech taban ke based on politics ku politics taban de ka won chi ka luel en ke ta tingen kan a yen an ko je ten
Yena di ka faidi da goga shukran Moses ayok ban chop di jam ran tiati check to go chakla wajitan kapiat yani we have been talking about the geographical location the Ruweng administrative area kukangi jot chiman da biai gato west ke part but aware up enga fading where up ya to long then south west in ke de kan thoughts ben when in the source actually ke unity state into our source enga biai ke ku along the west ku jola in along the fading where up along the tree kenaka now le when the side east when the source east at all fan gap when the fan jack ak dai ping on the well again where the lak at all source east Katoki east part of the of Ruweng administrative area, eastern part of Ruweng administrative area. Kajato exactly from the on the east side, Kayen Chola Kingdom when a chulu. Kenga Kapia the Kene yani a we book Tao me the Kaikwanim Mr. Banyal Kujaka Dikuana Ching in Yabia. Alaba de Rana Jam to Chiritan to win a public Kishichuan. and we are real exactly because yani interview chit kana wane ya official ki relevant ke jot ke official ban yen nga en ke konta chit ke bu marwe kan geographical location Ruweng administrative area we bungi kujola ta da nun ta taw ketin en nga a chi jami long ko won tu bot pin kwa be ben ba den far ke ko ya tu kot pin anga ke ora ten nga o ten nga o ten ke le yi ten lekin yani internal boundaries ke communities angi kirot ugangi ya kuma de junu Sudan ugangi ya kuma de international community wan take ba ke 1956 en kajan tina kipa gitme enga kunale itme kitak den la ko kade be ko chambe ko ko yi ban ko wan long the British ajanga chakat jeren ko ho ke ho achene te binta tin ga waden ke this is just a provocative move when be agitated in order to provoke the situation and eklo jeren ko kenga ken ga wan yo chi ban tyo chenga jam tin de ku ka yo ga ba doktin ku bi jam ni bi tolama. Let me go back to the audio.
The local farmers who impact
لا اللوكال فارمرز شغالين شغل بتاعهم لكن انا هنا كحكومه اي شغالين قاعدين نزرع لانه في الماضي الناس كانت او الحكومات كانت دائما بتدي تركتات للمزارعين والمزارعين بطريقتهم بيمشي بيزرعوا. انا هنا قلنا لا بدل ما نسلم التركتر حقنا والمزارع والمواطن يمشي يزرع انا هنا ذاتنا كحكومه نقوم نزرع فاستهدفنا.
وانتوا كحكومه انكم مزارعين وين؟ ولا وزاره بتاع الزراعه؟
وزاره الزراعه عندنا ودي الوزاره الحسي شغاله الزراعه دي. البلد كلها يعني المواطن اصلا مزارع وراعي.
And then
انت تكلمت عن projects or developmental plans.
Yes.
واحد that is زراعه. نمرة 2 ان هنا for the first time ان هنا قدرنا نشيل نعمل shipment بتاع الدواء من جوبا للمنطقه هناك لانه أنا هنا في الماضي كنا دائما بنعتمد اعتماد كلي على الدواء بدون له في شكل donations. In my time I said let's not depend on donations, let's also put inject some of our resources into supplying the medicines. فجبنا anti venom لأنه منطقتنا فوق دبايب كتير وبيعض الناس فودينا anti venom ونشرناه في كل انحاء البلد وودينا انتي ريبيس ده برضه اكتيفيتي وزعناه عشان نقدر نوفر العلاج الضروري للمواطن. ده الحاجه الثانيه اللي هنا حسينا انه البلد ناسنا في السيفل سيرفيس they have never had a chance to be trained. من ما هنا طلعنا من Upper Nile 1982 بقينا محافظه الوحده. 1994 began a unity state. 2015 began a Ruweng state and later administrative area. And that's بتاعنا في civil service. They've never had a chance to be trained. So this is a priority, and we have opened what we call human resource center for human resource training and development. This is an activity also ongoing. أنا بفتكر the most two important projects or activities that we have undertaken are one, the agriculture, two, the opening the human resource training center. These are two. The third one, and a major one, we've opened what we call Health Sciences Institute. This Health Sciences Institute is already, as we speak, is giving a training to over 300 young women and men في الفيلد of health service delivery. Graduates من institute ده are going to have been trained in midwifery, nursing, clinical officers, public health officers, and lab technicians. This institute is operating in collaboration with the Juba Health Sciences Institute. This is a major project and a major activity. We believe in 3 years' time, Balad Bidana, yani Ruweng administrative area, when Manatak and Mujawar Lena will have enough health cadres. Alano, by January next year, we are going to extend scholarships to our neighboring states of Unity, Jongole, Warab State, Upper Nile, and the Kordofan, the south, the Nuba region.
All right. Mosquama coach the capable long and 3 developmental project that he's undertaking. Can jam long agriculture for July and human development training centers for July and credentials. Health Science Institute won't be it is based on the human development too. So they will be quite it.
Kitina kang ben ban yon mai yani taban ke jilu ban taban te deka taban ke chol staff bai ke chol man ngin ma yi bai ne a chaga lo ne business taban ni kon lo train e de principle ne ko je ke lui kunin kin principle ne ko je ke lui krana lu bi kede ne lu bi lo ke target nam opinion man tin taban ke de ga wani ne ko je ke lui in any institutions so ke jilu ke ne ka yo ke the best way can to bring up some young people can go to lawyer go ngi can ka long no pore ya can yi po ke mahim che po de local ke po da kuma de bai can ka yo ke dang ne ka pya de kene de bi dia loy ku anything ke lu ten taban ke challenge ti man ngi ne ma yi taban yunu pa ngi je agero woro especially Ruweng agero so ke challenge kuni ya banya to ne loy achi big lu succeed though the best way ke bida organization wonte lo form acha na go kichi ke na go lo handle yin bu policy bu getaw in place so ka yogo ten ke plan pya de kene so yin an mu ko ten queen challenge
Very good. My view ya wa kai kwa. The chi bank of the one of the most important thing and ne ke bank ta ka ne banye ta ga kichi de kan ke ka de pure development and ache negative aspect le book yo go kwa ne an ko lakin kichi bank of jog ten these are the main pillars ke buy human agriculture scheme kan agricultural scheme I mean ke very important by fan Ruweng ga when yogo kai kriye ngot po ake ga wan chi ko ra ga wan chi we nimban ene chi nga ga nyu man tin pe we de ne ti lakin at this moment chi man yo chi kan yo tin ji ke nga jak la ke ne ke gi no tin na we de la we ke la ne gwa ja le ben ko to go go ba ja mana ko ja big duk to den the de kichim de dan chi dit ke wan le le kan we chi gi la ye ne ko pro loy over dog for it for ke very important ko je puru pin namane te ge khoi kwet e fin nam a chan won ba ke ne yim de ke la mur ko wa ba den ke bi cham iran mu we gen ma ke bai bi jagal culture so ke ne ka yo ke very important ke chen jamun te human development a chen on ben chileran ya human development ga ge pai and the human development beno joki met ti ya ki ko gudit e pagan the human development by training brand loy train the way that you can do things when they are related to commercial activities kunta limina na tagnam lo ko do na lo ka dil we bi bai kan ke pyo en ke wot go jok ki man no jok ko jo kudipin a che bi pin la kwa mano berwer che yen kan en ke by training en ade ka ko ke ban equipment ko ge ye ko yun ta ye ke lo train ku bi get ngana ne wal ga ge pin tiong bu ko lo ke deng ke loy by training kan akene ke pet ka chene le le ne tio bi job from kai ke sanitation ale bon nyal ku kai ku darat bi lu darat de ku ja ke kai ke wenen minister that pure ke le ba den ba ke ba rom from the middle mana ku ba chidi en nga and he were talking about targeting 100 I mean 1000 something so ka chidi ka ku ja ke loy charu ade local resources that can deploy such a number of people ku big loy mana ku ba ga ting ke chor wel ke chor gere deal yani a very important ku jala ga non ki ku en bang the uh, the health science institute ki laptop can be midwives ku jala ngaban mu ke fio ku ta ke ge e be ki man achin tinga ba de man ka tanyi chen pin pana ru ama long the ruwen biem nam de ma achide skill tina kan so ka chiri ga ku pio ke very important ki gido ko wa di kan ka yo ku ko jiten ku ngor ko la twen jam de ban job it is just analysis.
Now نرجع شوية موضوع بتاع الزراعة ده يعني الحصاد بيطلع 200 بتاع الزراعة ده ولما يطلع بيعملوا كيف يعني؟
الحصاد هيطلع متوقع انه يطلع شهر 11 والحصاد كله هيكون produced المينستري اوف اجريكلتشر. البروديوس ده بنوديه السوق لانه يعني الكونسامشن يعني هنوزعه للسكان باسعار كويسه بسعر منخفض والفائض منه we hope to be able to export it to the neighboring states. كده this is what we call food security.
Right. And we understand on Tuesday or this week you met with Vice President Taban Dengai where you discussed a number of issues pertaining to refugee situation and also food and security and agriculture, health, among many others. So talk to us a little bit about the meeting.
شكرا. I discussed with him the pending projects. We have road projects. We have a project of roads that is passing through the state, through the administrative area. We have a national road that comes from Warabi State that yokes Warabi State with Ruweng administrative area. That road is in the plan, but has stopped being financed. There is also a national road that yokes Legno with Biu Town, Pariang Town, Yida to the north. That is possibly into Jau and then to the Lower Mountains. These are two national roads. There is also another road that yokes Pariang Town with Malakal in the Upper Nile. This is also another national road. So I came to ask him and to actually remind him that we are still waiting for those vital roads to be completed, and I took that opportunity to remind him about it. I came to appeal to him to help in intervening for the help of the refugees. And like over 140 in the أكثر من 140,000 لاجئ من السودان ومعظمهم جايين من جبال النوبة وكردفان in particular. الناس في الآونة الأخيرة بقوا بواجهوا صعوبة. ناس UNHCR are like having run out of possibly due to funding ولا يعني food shortage. I came to call upon him to push also the international this international NGO or these UN agencies to help faster. One, I also talked about a particular group among Lajin and Jom in Sudan. There is a very special, very particular group of the Ambororo people. These Ambororos, they have a unique belief, and as they'll be it belongs to God. الأرض الحاجة اسمه واتدا قال ده المؤمنين لا ده خليقة بتاع ربنا They move on this earth all the way from the west of Africa, which you mean northern Nigeria, Niger, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad, Sudan, and then South Sudan, all the way to Ethiopia and Djibouti to the other sea. Shufta, Fanazil, this war of the Sudan has in
Quite very important and by most of the can be better than kind of theoretically and work jam by Taban one. A yo would it we be better than that?
No, yeah, I think well, Taban, some people will see the negative, like in other way. I don't think that will be quite too negative. First of all, we have one government, of which there are so many vice presidents. You can tell, Kuyen Iran. Sometimes you go with Iran when is closer. Chan go chan kijwa ben tawani there and when they work there common idea le bagda yoku de kwenki kidero kicheno tene yen kaka wonta yigo kwenu ku le ke wede charo kuwana nge kitaban vice president aban ke ran construction when ne ran route so ade high opportunity a chan bilo ku nyu ki yen long biag de charwen with the thi ngo pen char ke ngo pen galoi kan ngo ka yok eten alu bi koy cocking negative but in my own way of analysis I think chile be negative because ke system na lui follow ni ten en tieng tin kan ken.
Very good. Kayok very important and Kate Dengane Tiangtin can. But ke ran ke nyin bang ni jiran ke gran Kayok lot the bencham my work. And the yot taban already. Ku taban when the vice president. Ke ken atanyin ne kidani chol infrastructural cluster de kalo ke ben pinam long the junub en ga ke na mugen akene ke kidi ki chiti awla tenien bang ni cha kubila te mo cha pen ki ken lu install yani charwan jella jal long the unity long the manga when ya ale god le no when ne mi ai do ke la ko je mo mikla ku ke one of the national road project when taw kedeni ujal jelen pe hotan ama bi jal be le ngan le farien le jal farien le god jawten en ke chier ke ngan ke national government so ke very important ko na tin ke ke jenyen wa jama ke long da ne lu ya fie le long la jin ya ne taban ma che ngan ache humanitarian ngan menesa aderan mu binyen ne banywan ke taw chuman taw yi won da dal bag ya yidit ka yo ke elo ne kan na long ne ni economic elo ne de down the ani chol wanika na long the gender equality ka taw nyan de ne kanai ma nyen ben ring ma chaka mu long the governance akija ben ke ja ke aja na non ta chinen kwen kulel ke tan ran ngi rot kengak en but the end when you have support la direct to the humanitarian agencies in South Sudan can be a lagin kiban ki ko le na ka de ko kiban ko ki ke ngai le dik no ne e kan no kwa ban jam tin a little bit ko le la ke ban honorable ya ne ki do chat tin missionaries wala kan no a che gdien ngai u ka de ki yi ka ti ko ke te le na ken na chi le bi jak ko ken na chi jak nga bai be de liam na melo yen kana ba pol ka dak ko ten en nga bai be de liam de ko chu gubde ye ti jo ka ja pai ku ka bi dil ban ke che ye na be audio nyo ta ta ni
Yen di ga
very much They have lost all the cattle they had, and the UN had to relocate them in some parts of the border area between South Sudan and North and North Sudan, North Sudan. وجابوهم لنا. الناس ديل غير البقر ما عندهم أي حاجة حتى ما بيعرفوا بيزرعوا ما بيعرفوا يخشوا جوا الغابة. They don't know how to handle, although we do not encourage people to do poaching, but they can only barter, they can only exchange cows between what they need. So there is sabun, there is zed, there is kila. And nas del jabulena 137 families minimum fi mantiqa ta Ajwangtok wa Pamir. وما دوم الأكل اللي هم دايرينه. And we had to intervene by giving them food because the UN had run short of food, and when they were losing some of their children to death, very unfortunately. So I took this opportunity to remind the Vice President to help us encourage the UNHCR and the UN agencies as a system to develop a particular or a special project to these people, because they are the most vulnerable category we have among the refugees that have come into our area. We cannot classify them as Sudanese. We also do not classify them as South Sudanese, but we call them people of the earth.
People of the earth. That's how they call themselves.
Yes, that is how.
Yes, we hope for the best. And then what else have you discussed? Or that's all. And how was the outcome?
I also took that opportunity to remind him that there is a need to encourage peaceful coexistence or peaceful coexistence between the peoples of Unity State and the peoples of Ruweng. There has been a number of cattle rustling, and this angers communities and does not encourage peaceful existence between the people. So I came to also tell him that although we are doing our best to make sure the two communities continue to live, because they have been there for hundreds of years, and they have coexisted. They had some trouble, some fights even at times, but still they went back to normal living and coexisting. This spirit, we need to encourage it. At the moment, there are some people who may not be happy to see that there is peace and calm in the greater unity. It is important that everybody works and only disseminates a message of peace and peaceful coexistence.
Right. And what are the major challenges facing your administration, or facing Ruweng administrative area?
The thing now they about betting, yok bank of Kelly and Chilla couldn't change something, by President peaceful coexistence between Unity State and Ruweng administrative area between the citizen. Kayoga citizen kaka for a long period of time. Kuran check Latinian, change your Latinian. Get a portable again, Kulalian, ko and she also. Chagman Jena theatre, can I make a labai? Mataban and Kamikula, the calm the Ruweng financial unity. Minutes I would create, Lakin one, Ben Kulalian and the citizen, the unity. And le bayik pariang and le bayik biemna and le bayik no mana it mean a lot. Lakin wan chen jo fola ka joyik kelelwe ke jekaira kwena jo ka bala na mulele yen we have to encourage peaceful coexistence. Ukena de local militia da ne taw tana chan bi ko yala no enga ke yen by president kenga kichiloi chagun ba ban ke mat chagun ba ban ke de nam elwe yen man karan ko ga panaru ka che ye chana no bi ban ko bi jo ban chake e part bata unity kene ban by president ke ka jo op ni ten ka de nam local militia ashi we bi ala kong ni kene ashi we compromise kwa che we bi la jam local ke we bi en chal ki na me chan la jam ko ka pin because leaders a check a big violent always encourage can a part can get a part man a pay chant about a problem within Ruweng kiran pay in a day all these problem even one mobilization one lore chen kon calculate the mobilization lore along the unity ke Ruweng tan ka ko yung pro loiti ngi so taban ke root cause of all these problems but then he will be alloy met in his office which we are met in front of the presidency kata tin ban ka present ki jar an ban peaceful coexistence when a governance kayo ga mugra na chori yak mecha man wa ne ko lo ka da ni chol forum ta governor en ken kwentin document kan they are hanging there lakin ta ban ke very difficult a chana no yan do ka jala long na mu ke na lo yen ran to so on ke my take kan in ban malo
Yes.
ade far history sino we ba kwen related to keep ta ban lo wan by ke ju ka je ade te loyen yan da man na ran chol bol jal ke mada ke re ko ka wan nge ken bol jal chak dai ping ko de fa ne ko de ko biang de ko chi ko ju godan ke le re ko ka bet no le tak le ye ren ke ge la ban nyin to ke ko wan ka la ga ni ko ko ne ye ren e ki ban biga faadu ka la jel kitan ke la kan ke la ran wat pin ku jade kan ke la ran wat pin ku jade kan ona je bana fi ko ko ngam chi kan ta wala e yine ko na wala de ko bu gai a chen wala ke yine ko bai wala ka che yan wala e ke bu lo dik ma ka de ke bu no ko ke no ku le kan ku le lo wi ku le le ka bi ayi ma ka ko tradition ke ba lo na wan lo wen ka da bi la fi le ku le to le ma chi ba ban nyaw ne ken e kenen ke wi bu lo ta ba te ko yo to de ante kula la yen ban e yin e mi kila kana wala che yin na che yin ga kana ba kana ba de chot be lo e pin de man tin jam o ten en ke tin ban en pol kan ku yin ma pol mo so den ke tin matin
Yena chilwel ke bai bana chilwel lai. Lakin kene ka analysis na lo nga ke de ke jo ting te tiengen. Awel pi awel ke chol coexist ne kala enta everywhere. Ku coexist and taban ke legran ku bidial ngich coexist and get o yena ben taban ngi. He knows very well that at the border the tribe to ngi jikane. Chimanto ben tio bangi. Ku jam ran taban the jam na de kela tek kawante loy add into what you were looking for ke loy add kane ke chi loyel non den coexist na dil taw ka dil taw ku ke in case ben ta bane den ke ye loy te in reality ka de ke ye loy chi monon tay ngi ko je ne ke bu dom ko ko da wel pia wel o kya junu o kiba tribe siman ware o pi Sudan ku o kya dollar wade te dollar go waring dollar ke loy tin so daman be kene queen e kichi de kene ade daman ne lubian queen ku ke dijian ke different so waka yok long bien queen daman ne kene how ben I think ayen ke jwari bana ji queen ene te deka taban aye ku nom og junubin feather ball ngor ko we very low ki ben label on the international where a problem e yen nyoy ku jemage ke to ku saban ke non the bi ko would break apart bi ngere rot kure ngere rot taban a chi ko da ben cholare apiat ke non the back deal you face the reality back jam ku kun the ene kun dal we ken bag lo solve together ngere yide ngere ngi yide aka yo long kene ke long chi jula lo ki addition ko woni yogi yani ke taw pyo ko yola cover de kene o ka yoga chilo bi a chilo bu wala ko ren pin ke gere wore ya tinga de naman bene bien ko ne kene aka yok ne ta ne ting tinga ku ku jwa bana chit a chit to ngo ban na chin tin ji dong we yen in chale.
Thank you.
In the field of security, we always have cattle wrestling, and most of the suspects who come and do this mainly come from Unity State. That is one of the challenges. We hope when there are two strong governments in both Unity and Ruweng, we would be able to curb that, because these are criminal acts that are punished by law, and we should, develop a mutual approach to eliminating this. This is one of the challenges. The other challenge is that we do not have proper roads, and the roads that we have, we are lucky, they are national roads, but they have stalled. They are not working. We have a very vital road that is supposed to exist between Legno and Pariang Town to Yida. That road is very important. I consider it to be the project that the national government should speed its completion, because it will even allow the South to export its goods from wherever they are through Legno and then to the north, because North Sudan can, the new mountain or the new mountain can be turned into a very big consumer side, just the same way South Sudan is buying goods from Uganda and Kenya. We also can avail ourselves as a big market for exporting goods and services to North Sudan, and in particular to the Nuba Mountain region. Right. And yes, since your area and Ruweng administrative area is one of the oil producing states or areas in South Sudan, let's talk about some of the environmental pollution, its effects also on population, and measures to be taken or being taken actually to address them. About environment, we all know that where there is oil production worldwide, there can always be some environmental problems. And these environmental problems are in the form of overflow of remaining, we call them water mixed with some substances of oil. This water sometimes can spill out into some farmlands, like what happened, I think 2 times. But the company quickly moved and gave a compensation to the farmers whose farms were destroyed. That is what we know. So far, the national government and the Ministry of Petroleum, the Nile Pet company, and the oil operating company called JIPO are cooperating also with the local population in a form of the 2%, which is considered to be oil money that is given to the state. There is also 3% of the oil revenue that is also given to the local committees, you call them CDCs, yes, to manage community developmental projects or activities. That is a role the government and the oil partners are.
Can we
Yeah.
add then? Sorry.
Ian, Taban it very smooth. I like that from the beginning when they came along the strong government. Taban government NK crime and can look combat a very strong statement correct. Ketau come the unity kujela unity state and ruling administrative area. Taban ade major mini when ka won chiluel kene. Ade major min chura a kam jiten ku kwade ko group ko kyuru actine ko kiri ka lo support kune shi ko ja pay attention na cha ne go ko kiri ka go ke lo identify ke kabi ke garili in ka won ki lo kene first of all ku wi bulo Iran taban ko ran de ku wi biriyo ke lo ani at de yoy wonde ma cha kalen ke ran wonte de ku wi biriyo kan ke lo lakini ran wonte wi bi bulo fa nya wo go lo deal with what you see could the cause of that problem chingi kayen taban ini ban tiam so ke ya ting lo kene ke one of the strategies won't be crime kire kene bu kon lo eliminate this crime will be identified whether the kojen lo or kojen lo support wala chin ko nin chin kojen lo support ke crime kana le bu ko instantly the tower and unity governor unity state kingi ke law and we apply governor tai ruling administrative ke law lu apply could they share go together the kai yok ke crime kana libu ko the thing so what ke statement a very strong kene ade dan ki lo mention ten when uh long the kring long the road jel long the ling no below all the way below yido all the way to below corona dan twin kene ke mahem ku ke bana charkage ay ka gam ko wonne muksul ke qur'ana muksul ke e yen ban ta ban nge muksul ke followed by minister of road and construction mi jong mi jak ko kene ci dab lo coordinated for a long time ago before kijen benetiop I think so ke kataw ke kine ko ke so could there might be a reason e ka ci ka ci ka wore lewe either we liu wala de sabotage tabana kene alabi little loy find out kene so waka yo long kene a very smooth and powerful chane ne tedega to we be migrium to we be miklo the calm the unity state ruling administrative state kene administrative area will be calm then be and solve a only beginning of the preliminary of peaceful mean I think anything else be your ben after I think any thing in kind kene yen in jalej
Diga pa ya yok ten ke very smooth and in it again in the way that I have seen it too. I mean the way I have understood and ku kawon tin wan le ban jam ke long den environmental challenges ka yo ga jam tinamat ku ka yo ne te deng de ka chan yen ben chop ke ne ban de ruwen ko chi le bi yo ga ta nyriel ne tan rana kuma ka the environmental challenges actually ku ka pet ke ne ban to ko ni ma wi bi lo ke very serious ku bi kwan chok a chan ke generation ne no man me die ke deform every year every time bi me die ke ma da man no ta boke ke ku cha ke ne ke catastrophe long the ruin a che ku wi below it tan ke ku wi ba ku ma be 10,000 and chan leje ke la nim ke oil producing company lu ititi kule na kade ke lo na che ke ngo ti de ra ke ka go ka mi a we che we ke very important ke to protect the environment na chan ku chi ko bitwan yen ke very important than we yi kra me dale bi de ke chi a deform boku yi faran yi ke 1 million it cannot actually it cannot help ka yang wor ke log de ke to find out to dig out the root cause of this problem and ke very important than compensation yeah that should make la na along the private land when he oil company he ke jot upin ban ke miok lo pyo yes it's okay I'll be quite compensate but they must have to treat the oil like chan kube tiom chi are degraded they ngadang be treat the chan be dig can ga yo ke very important and nga kwa chi jam long dan 3% when ta chi kai ke yo ka yo ke kra kuma chi be ka the oil company chan oil company ka chi be the chi loy ya de ne chi loy ke ko when ta Ruweng o ga ya ko ta bu ko chan we ka ge ki le la ka ta ke ti chi tu wi cardiac human little one we are relied on donation the medication but now we are able to supply our local clinics with the medicine that they bought, which is good. And ke wujigan en ka yok ndukin long the jam the bancho na pede.
We took some patients from the administrative area, took them to Johannesburg, South Africa for medical investigation, so as to establish whether the oil is having a negative impact on the local population by taking some sample of people who were suffering from some strange diseases. The result is yet to be out, and we therefore cannot say the oil is doing harm to the environment at the moment, because we do not have established facts.
So you can say that there are no cases of deformed babies or stillbirth happening, for instance?
Yes, the stillbirths are happening. The deformed babies are being born, but it is very difficult at this stage to yoke that with the oil of, with the oil production or with the oil exploration
in the state.
All
right. Let's talk a little bit about you. Describe to us the status of peace implementation in your area, and also civic education, of course, ahead of the anticipated general elections.
We have received some instructions from the National Elections Commission that we need to allocate a space to be used as a local commission for elections. That one we have done. We have also been informed to prepare for the elections itself, and we have mobilized a total of 4 comes, or when we are given the okay to start. But of course, elections is a national practice, and we will continue to wait for further instructions. But as a state, we are very much prepared.
And the space you've prepared, is it ready, already constructed, or is it just a plot or piece of land or something like that?
It is part of the government offices that we have. We have allocated a complete block. It's what previously used to be city council. Yes.
Yeah. And how about the issue of activities of, let's say, political parties, maybe, or let's say civic education in general, and freedom of press, freedom of expression in the area in general? How would you assess it?
We only have one radio in the area, and the radio is available for people to express their views through, although its reachability is very limited and it is covering a small scope. But we hope with the national intervention, we should be able to.
Long election taban long election acha achin go baluil ten taban election ya chugo gongi non be no loy kana bu kam ma kana kogbe be ping dang pe on de tin bloy ka bu jo loy lakini achin go baluil ten
Chin go baluil ke ngana ke me da kai kwan ke an yo beten ne chana ne luya an twe kren telephone yen ten malaj ba ka chal chen ban lo le chole cha ban ko cha de non bin ban bo yo ni ten wal in ba yo le ben let me finish with this audio, okay? Yen pet chan tam te he you ban phone ke kan gwa tem ka ke o di ko ke jot ngan nga jot ki rol be ayen pet na let me just continue with the audio.
Should be able to widen the coverage of that radio. Right. But at the moment, when you talk of elections, it is something national and it has to come from the center. From Juba. Yeah, so far, we have not yet received that instructions, and we hope it will only start with the establishment of the local elections commission, which we have been asked to nominate or to propose some names. And we've done that, but we are waiting for that step to take place at the national level. Yes, ده بيجيبنا لحوالي 36 دقيقة بعد الساعة 7 في استديوهاتنا. ده الوقت اللي نرفع فيه بعض من المكالمات. ضيف بتاعنا في الاستوديو هو تيوب دي مانجلواك دي ديران. ده طبعا Chief Administrator بتاع Ruweng Administrative Area. He's our guest in the studio right now. If you have any question or comments at this time, you can dial 0911 or 229-6986, so you can drop your comments or question on our Facebook page. Hi Radio. Hello Radio. Hello مرحبا. نعم. فرانكو سيد من جوبا اتفضل.
yen long ale bu kat ku to ben ka gila lo reply na video ben
Yeah, lo ka
the future generation who are now
50%
to 100%. For these people, I mean to say, as unity say, we need to join hands so that we curb crime. Yeah, and authorities, we Ruweng administrative area and authorities, we Bentiu, we should be able to work collectively to put an end to this. Alano, these are criminals and they are not backed, they are not protected by anybody. Since they are not protected by anybody, then it is a responsibility of the two governments to work collectively, hand in hand, to eliminate or to put an end to this. And we are working on this. Me and my brother, Governor Redbin, we are working on this. And the rate of this crime, of this cattle wrestling, has dropped in our time. It is because we are collectively working. But criminals, they know the routes, they know where to get, they know how to get out, how to get in, how to get out. And we may not eliminate it, but because we are working hand in hand, we will be able to reduce it and hope to eliminate it with time. فرانكو يتكلم عن التعايش السلمي وشغال بيربط مع ولايات الوحدة. التعايش السلمي موجود، لأنه زي ما قبل أنا قلت في الكلام إنه أنا هنا في البلد ديك ولا في الإقليم داك ولا في الرقعة ديك من الأرض، أنا هنا قدمنا مع بعض like 400-500 years، ودائما كان في skirmishes between نفرين ثلاثة ولا between small section، يعني زي عندنا بيقولوا wood وهناك بيسموه شين جنونكير شين كده like this. بتحصل skirmishes between الناس، لكن اليوم التالي الإشكالية دي بتتحل والناس بترجع تعيش عادي. That does not amount to what we can term as a tension between unity state. السياسيين بعد مرات بيستخدموا مصطلحات كبيرة يعني أكبر من حده. فالاستقرار موجود، التعايش السلمي موجود بين الناس. يعني بانجام يتكلم برضه موضوع بتاع الحدود بين منطقتين ومشاركة بتاع الأحزاب الأخرى في الحكومة. جنوب السودان وقت ما شال استقلاله سنة 2011 already كان عارف حدوده ما بينه وبين الدول المجاورة له. ولايات السودان وقت ما تم إنشاء سنة 94 كل ولاية كانت عارفة حدودها. القبائل الجنوبية سنة 56 وقت ما نحن أخذنا استقلالنا من الإنجليز كسودان كبير واحد، كل قبيلة كانت عارفة حدودها. الحدود دي موجودة ومعروفة. We may not see them in the map as we speak, but the communities كل زول عارف الأرض بتاعه بينتهي لحد وين. حاليا حكومة جنوب السودان منشغلة بحاجات أكبر من كده. لأن دي تعتبر حدود داخلية وده مسألة ولا دي مسألة متروكة للمستقبل. عشان كده أنت جاي من منطقة داخل جنوب السودان ماشي لمنطقة ثانية جوا جنوب السودان. There is no much urgency إنه أنت تتكلم عن إنه أوكي أنا يهودا المنطقة بتاعي وأنا ما داير زول يقعد فوق. العكس يعني السودانيين الجنوبيين ولا نحن الجنوبيين we have the freedom الزول يعيش في أي محل هو بيقدر بيعيش فوق. حسي نحن قدامنا مشاكل كبيرة. عندنا الفيضانات جاية والفيضانات دي يعني حتى it will displace peoples in hundreds of thousands. Are we going to talk of the boundaries now? نحن ماشيين نقول اسمع ده انت نزحت من هناك وده الحدود هاي عليك لما ما تجي فوقه، ولا نحن ماشيين نتكلم عن انه اوكي ده زول نزح وبقى محتاج. نحن let us find يعني how to help this person. افتكر this is what we need to talk about. واحد يتكلم عن مشاركة الأحزاب الأخرى. المناطق الإدارية يعني حاليا فيها يعني الحركة السياسية حركة الأحزاب السياسية. الأحزاب السياسية ما مشاركة في الحكومات ديك هاي. فإننا زي في روينغ administrative area we only have one party that is ruling, but الأحزاب الأخرى وفقا للاتفاقية have not been given a share. But we look forward to the directives from the center. واحد يتكلم اللي هو Mr. David Magog from WOW يتكلم عن youth. إنه اليوث unemployment and training of teachers. Yes. And هنا we I think منطقتنا أو الناس اليوث عندنا في Ruweng administrative area may be somehow lucky because we have good employment opportunities in the state. We have a number of international NGOs that are operating in the service of the refugees, which is also absorbing a big number of youth. We have the oil sector, which is also employing a big number of youth. We also have the government, al-Hukuma b'ta'i, for a big number of a big share of the youth. And min yom wahid shahr 10 we are going to hire 60 new civil servants. We are going to recruit 60 new civil servants. 40 of them will be females. 20 will be male. And هنا يعني لقينا أنا مشيت لقيت اليونج بيبل اللي بيشتغلوا تلقى زول راجل يعني هو ولد يكون عنده شهادة ابتدائية ولا عنده شهادة سودانية وبنية يكون عندها شهادة سودانية أو أكتر وشغال في السوق ببيع شاي. I said no, this is unfair. And then let's this time give a chance عشان نخلق موازنة. So I'm going to hire 40 بنية and 20 ولد في office positions في وزارات في كل الوزارات.
بنتكلم موضوع civil servants وموضوع ما هي ده كيف ولا روينغ situation بتاع different. بنتكلم في موضوع بتاع 9 شهر كم شهر الناس مصروفة ما هي. This is the complaint now. You're going to hire الكلام ده ماشي يكون كيف ولا هي تقوم في طريقة ثانية بتاعت income هنا.
It is very unfortunate إنه civil servants are waiting. But we hope they will that relief will come in I mean very soon. And then we are part of that
so employing people who are not going to receive salary.
Well, we are also having local resources, the small revenues that we have. And then with that small revenue we have, we are able to address some of the concerns like the salaries. Right. And then, for example, we were able to pay Shahr 10 2023 before we received that national grant from the Ministry of Finance. Then later on, with the Ministry of Finance, we also paid another month, which is Shahr Sabah 2024. We have paid it from our local resources. And we hope we shall continue. I mean to say that the few people we shall be hiring will be part of the state plan for getting other resources to paying the civil servants.
Right. We have about 4 minutes to wind up. Briefly, can you talk about the issue of education, especially training of teachers? This is David Magog also.
David Magog also talked about that. We already have what we call contracted teachers. These contracted teachers in Ruweng administrative area, the number is 40, and we are also paying them regularly from other resources that we have. So, as far as teachers are concerned, these teachers are being paid, and we are not putting them in private schools. We are putting them in government schools, and the government schools are therefore in Ruweng. Yes, operational. You've told me in working
in Facebook, Modo with scholarship.
Yes, Calamity Scholarship. And in the Lidara Sapa can wada a total of 14 children, 14 young people to India for a scholarship. That is an ongoing program. And we are trying at the moment to get the needed resources so that we fund them for the second year, and that will continue. Yes. So I can assure her that it has not been suspended. We are just trying to rearrange our service and to find a stable, budget line so that it continues. Right. But at the same time, and we look at the immediate needs of the community. That's why we started Health Sciences Institute, where we will be training nurses, midwives, clinical officers, lab technicians, and public health officers, because this is the immediate need of the community. And those children that have been sent abroad, we will not leave them. We told them, you hold on for a few days, or just a short time, get some little assistance from your families while we arrange to continue funding. And so I can tell her to also tell her colleagues that we have not abandoned them.
Right. What's your last message before we can wind up briefly?
My last message, without peace.
Yeah.
NK in the end of the audio can the contact video tao for long than the upcoming election with Ruweng Community Union in Juba. The kind of book your relative. Ian, go ahead.
Yena di guy taban in my own analysis taban yena chalo rate B pladran kene achinge jam katin chijola nge mo editina gang like chalo rate B plus achilu yenen wegdada taban ukia country achi maji tribe kwa chi maji krenga gabiliet. We have to look at the major factors when kage kwa yin machakal. Ati chenji amthini tedeka. If you be ran man thin ke Benjamin Town ten kene, the same thing ban wan chi loban ke the same situation chi low face. Lakin ngake joda his own principle unta en ke den low thin. So kichi tiop chi loy a powerful. Chingo taban ga jiga kwen ban wan sa chaka pinga ge enet wuj bu loy ki jwaji banga wagdada. I can oga country kukade ka wen chi ban chi ke confront ten tilen ban ne kun lula ke bai first of all taban land lula ke community local community angi jot in border de non talk angi jot kene the best problem, I mean the worst problem ke koy wone koy ben ok ben kwal koy wone koy nok koy ke ayek madi together koy wone majirmin whether they ran look drive or chiran ka bide time mun bien yogran ran lo drive kene ke taw kene so jam chen jam taban yen ene jam ben jam ka achan in kun dal achien la luil de kun luil kuna jam la ben jam be kene ja queen so he's ci jam ci da ko pay ku yen nge ran te jam ne de ke kene jam the politician ku ne jam the governor ke la de medial jam because yen fi junub a ciran won te bulu la koy kayin kala So you have to look at the problem. So ak jam chen jam ke jam di ku yen a chal lo ready be nen yen an ko jiten chan go live go lu go I shot ku yin ma yi taban go jo be lo topic dang page na de tin mi jo lo ka lo
Amelo yo ki lu continue na jam go ran ken.
okay. So when ke toka work pan okiben to the end of analysis the governor I mean the chief administrator of Ruweng honorable chairman Luag Dran in ka kiri chok ben ga taban chak ping ka wan chu lo play step by step the thing unta yo lo kot taban okay human being and we are not 100%. Okay tied back to banywan you ben taban ke cho leadership ba easy actually very easy ke ting ku pyoli kwa chi pyol yen ku loy mane tek de clean up en kon loy ku bu clean up chi na tol ba den ga bi jo duk bai chi man nya yugen kene tio wan ke kene yok bai wan ting wan ye pi loy ga ta bai ani nge lu la ke chiang bai wan te ran to bai ka yo ga chi le bu kat bai kene ka ke ba loy et kin we pa na bai chi le bu lu develop ke ba nya ne wo nya ne tok a we bu would loy encourage all of us together bưng ek biag de ne loy bi ya loy chuma non ka won ka kwena ben ga ku ja ba ni pa non ja lu develop for them chuma to ba ni den ke chol governor to ba ni ka wol ka ke chol law ka ka kwena ben ke ga wanin ke ka executive ka loy use businesses law enforcement ayiran ke chi ne loy use cha long chi ben lu ke loy use ko loy business alu ko law ko loy business ko yun te de ko won te big loy lo ko loy ki security a loy ke the thing so ene te ba ene lo ran ka lekin banye ne tok a chin ye lew a yen gitin ba ne wetok pin taban ke ba to ne governor kren a chief administrator taban the powerful uh, leader keran when e re de to ko ke agonen te ende ke lo ko ke dil ngi ko nge ja bi lo ke chi de kene ye no na ne chi jam gu le ye na ti op an ba jo kon we ku bi lo aku yen a wan cho loy wan le kan le go a big mistake ku is sky in his own administration ache go buto ka wani da go ka yong ne ran won ta ro o ge wa anen ki gam ga ci gam ke ne ge la dum bi chu le kidik ka yo ka jam dik kwen ke jam ne siya da ka a cha ne de ka won ta ki ka bu kwen ke lu ga confront because ran de ko wit ni yin ka le bane lo ya cha ne ago kra ne ba ne alu ka ki dik ko so na chien ngi ya de dik ke yin ran ga na lo bi room ke ne so kwen ka won e wo gen tinga chin ki lo mention non tek nga de ran je pin room no wala de ran chien ni no a chi dang no mun wel ga la yi wan to ko Sudan ka we ki ki pin tek ayi gabilo ke nom de border ke gabilo so ke chi ke ting bo maybe but they are still there en ke jam ne banka so yen an ko ten un de gutin mu lo e din ma yi de ga bu lo e yin chale
In Chile ja pay de gok Moses jam chin jam ka yo chin di bo ko ba ye la no. Ka analysis en lo ko long de ban kam na man wa. Greeting chi Moses ye gen dig ya based on his opinion and ku ka jinga jam do kene ka yo grading di ba ye gen ki bi minus because jinga jam so kito to emphasize on in immediate need one that we became team chika one that chen jam bang the young thing yang kong I think she was for the question on Facebook page along that one jam ke ku ka deal queen tag den chi young thing jam den on den ka kok dal ke ku tag den a pure deal that maybe scholarship on the previous administrative uh, operation maybe she suspended and jam chen jam chile ki suspended we are working on it jam ku ke do ka chile ye ne de tin gao ma ke families ku ke tie families can big little assistant no e can ke ache families ke leke ache family ke leke Indian 14 young people chila Indian ka kuma de ulai de Ruweng en ke jar I mean the idara Ruweng ke jar ke bi ke la Indian and apart from the family families ko man tak danga chira ande chin kare kuni ye le ye na yin man to ten the family don to we ke yo ba chan bi la ko we ma ku ba o ti mana mi ka cha ke le ba cha ke bi yo en a chin ki pocket money kwa chin ki kan lakini ke yo ta ten je le en ke ti da kum so na de ko to ga gam a chin ke le le yen ke family le ke lu back up until back bo ke ko no tai bo ke kwan ke mit bo ke ye ke no ke na ke tin bo go ban en ti ban kyo ke ne ke wi ben yin tao tin dik a channel the information ban on the back channel chan mit ka de ke dal ke ku ke chol man nya ra chi pyo to ko pat man chin la ga nyan kong le ke na de ke dang yin you guys need to look into that situation kwa yen kene na ba pole ko ban kyo ba ci jam da no ya no le yen ban chok ban o ban riek biem something like that the unity state crime is a drop I think crime is a drop anyway ke ci crime ci ay drop on tine ke plotting lo ro non I think outlet to want to take ko wan kwerwan event from jeran ko ne ke go bo arle pinye ti ang piu una bu en ban yo da ro ka chin te ginen la du ban ta ra kwa kene longene ache correct achin crime here reduce crime kle ngor ko to ten ko ye to ki stand by ko bi ki di ko loy akapiat na chi akuma endwe yen akuma de ulai where the akuma ida Ruweng they have to mitigate these criminal activities on the borders mana ja kwit don bag yo loyen en kwa ene kitini en wi mat kan kule ban ke ban kyo personality de no ta lo no represent ma ene banga en ke to ne ban yem tin ga ku body language de banga a chi le bi ban yo gwa gun nyin kule nga ka yin la ke nga kan lo ke no nga kan lo ke na lo la a chi ne te ja ne ban nga so ka no ti ku le ke accurate tit good kitini chala ba bi ke crime ki drop kan ke pay kan ku ya non bi family zon ta chi mit ken la bi brand kitini ya yo ku ngor ke men ko ni ti ke ji kan so baden kan ka chi ke the family chi mit what it so kan ke ku taw ya ku ye no blo long the election banyal blo break a little bit thank you Ruweng
the tan ya the yin man you the cham loy the yin man you the tan ya the yin man
Ian Fata, welcome back to Ruweng Global Media. Vijal from the analysis on the interview done by the Chief Administrator of Ruweng Administrative Area. Ovula to then the upcoming election of Ruweng Community Union in Juba in a work jamtin. Ian Nayoga in by Moses Ovula ten Ayoga the Ruweng Community Union came out and a woman along the Pariam Jabiam. Ke union ku ngur ko ke chode ke muga ma interim team ku ka chite de loy no one theog recently ke ne chok bana surprised by the flyers ko ko really ja pay di go ka chu ben mum ni yen nga ko de ten ke ko really ja pay to general luka pan to de den ti de ko ke to wan ke director pata the wounded heroes and kujala veteran along the Juba along the SPLA and kujala honorable Sejida Duat Donudeng okay former governor the Defang Ruweng state Akaji and when it Molana Sejida Duat Keran Tong Religia Pai kwen fan to de ti ko ja ngeki ban che ko le ke ge kulele na ngaki ke ngaki ne kidin ni jiro ku ja brother when a businessman Simon learn to nga akaje when he learn to ko really kai ban ke u mum ni me ngochieri ena boga analysis low ten today where ma ko ni ban ku ja yen what is going on yen by Moses in Bapol ku do netting kichi bi chat ki fade along the kilo road mantin jamo kwayen thank you go ahead
Aye na di gin cha be le ku ko da cha le ayo ko ja ju ki ko dil kha da ju cha de ra ni chol wus mayom de mayuot mayune de watch ra nang ko ko taban yen kitin ba lu long de election bo kene ke ngut ku wika o ko to across the world taban en ke wiku achan ba chi lo bai bi ku chin ko community because community en ke foundation the bai ayi ba ogen ping ten kene ke lula ke United States government kene foundation the United States so wo wan bi obi saba ne support book their community a che ke lu negotiate a pay ke yen ga chi loy lakin we chen loy tin ke che active ke chi loy ku bai ka man we wer ko la we a che governor en le buga chul ken wo kunyin community de ka ke ne ke loy executive de ka ke ne ke loy business people de ka ke ne ke loy ku chab du bai de ke ne loy aruwa ngi ben chen ben kana chung nya ku ko chi ben ke de ke potentials chira le bichwan chira un bute be la bichwan we but ke yo wi taban ko je ke wi ke chol quality ku je la capability ku je reliability ka ke wi in any election ki ko kuni ki ben woni ka ke ting all of them are equal but you go beyond somebody a chane de ke chol reliability ku je la capability taban ke different ki ke to ko je ben ne they might a little bit there's the same quality big within the same community which is Ruweng lakin ngaga de capacity de ngaga de reliability de so kake ke banye ke yen kwany looking at Ruweng could the leader when a very strong when it take them leader when they bideng outreach in level of power when in my buy ken ke ran when they reliability can ke capable We have seen Chuman Town then General Panso Ding Thi Taban Keran Kelat Keri, Uke General, Uke Kajaka Tarapan, Ding Man Yogin Kene. They fought. Chongman Wan Chi and Jo Ben Yogatong, Ne Kage. Kate Put Beach. Chu Yok a day tape here newer than Tog P. Parian. A day get you Ben Queen. Chilwell will let a chung man, the man and demobilization low again. Will get chung man. Yani quite quarry and work quite good. They in Chol Yong joke, the logode nyok kujala joke kujadang bell quang. Tay in Chol Micha, Kinagor Kia Macha. Tay in Chol Mia, Kinagor Kia Mayar. Tay in Chol them Kinagor again and pay in Chilagor Katem that. So although the shit pantho, she get men Cholariak Pio. That's how the leadership is. Taban a leader, Kachol by Kelwa Sado. So a foundation, the Ruweng community. A week quite. Kwa we quite wouldn't be I stand on the foot a chan quite went there blue a big low. But there go one in there big a bit. Because your leadership quine, then quite with big buying shift. The gallo big corner banner coin community no. Boku Louis K boat, your local boat buy. Because Louis boat, kukwany round there, you quite care over a week a little quite care over. And video a band or video a band. Care over here. Ninga leadership and take leadership the executive take. The Galabung or Kia take a community, quite a being you one a Kachila, who then one a Kachila, the Kuno, and a Kachilatan. So that's where we will liberate Ruweng. The kin Mane Tanto Ruweng all a kin foundation. Panchin foundation, Taban K Dabo, Damol, Amol Dong. So yen or keep your near the pay, I think you're waiting, Queen get the chogan by today. Kodi and I check the to it, and the government itself. And the foundation of government of Ruweng. I think because without these people, governor Chiman on the town and governor Human on the town and Shiba demonstrator, Chaman Luaka Chiriel. I see Manago, Chilu, we, the third punim, Waki Chok Shop. So one K Togan Yog Ruweng came a him. Ruweng community in a Burma Chakal when local. Chilka when a wallow long the when a dua long when a line can it. Kagalu big and Kagalu be quite you could buy a call, Kagalu be buy quite. So because in executive politics, they see other. What they count the big lawyer of saying Chiran Chilebuloy. So one can turn in Tinka, a yen and Mukojitan, Chan go check, who Nedekatina wants to be talking a little bit what Kuyen and Pio me to pay. Think Choga and Ting quite what you been, quite a potential, and we wish them the best.
Welcome Gum the Major to Ruweng Global Media. And Kayoga Piat Ujam topic Chela Wonte, analysis on the interview the chief administrator, Ujala in upcoming election. Now, Kanena Yota in my upcoming election, the Ruweng Community Union in Juba. In challenge Moses. And jam non chin jam ka yo ke kwa yun ta cha kwen bi ma le jam number 1 ma zon ta chiran dong pin ku jola wo san ding I keep ko ke general secretary here. So these are very important people who na che ki chir lo within our community if you want me at pure I can ko bu ka dir ko big pure bio biga la ben to me anti ku big community deni. So can we be quite na thing book con thing analysis Kairan Najal Iran Pio de Kitawa Kokian, free of charge, be very low. Okay, quite relate to position to Japan within the government. I think very important. When I want to teach me land me and Chiquen. Community, the yogi, if you look at the communities across South Sudan, they are being led by men, great men in uniform. And let me just cite a few examples. One community, the Twigis community, Ranlu represent Keran K late General Bura Jang, Bura Twadangeki, K one of the powerful general. And Nijra and Ben, Yija Jamedan and Niko did, and Bura Twadangay Loy. Nkawan Cheno Tau community then. and le ban greater bor one honorable one a general mokwen ke greater bor mai wan ke leader community leader and na le ban bo community man jamo ne ke doctor ngong the quality ke won nyan kai deng da ya chal ngong ni nyan pyot ena mu bo community as we speak yenga ke one of the very important doctor in South Sudan achiran pyole ku ka my community den en na le ban long dan padang community union in Juba ke Dr. Ramadan Chan ena mu gen man jamo ngene ke one of the top guy within Padang yenga example in your labels Honorable Stephen Dio Dina Daw in a move Malus community. And Kangekwan achi rotated within the ministry in South Sudan, Minister of Finance, Minister of Petroleum, and Achin the Kijan Tauti. My community then. And the question that you want to know who communities go on Ruweng. Keleviska you move with the interim and committee. When Ghana she quite it one very important she feel a tongue and big big community community then big band very present. Gerald Fantao, I yoga chan gat one. It is not about politics, but when Fantao ran, he's a easygoing person. Yet out again. I think I take a queen. What you go book your queen Martin, it's a conwell on Farian. Now on with any Farian, Israel. Pan you know, Britain, Kayan General Fantao. When God check and when we a big dome. And Waki can knock a chick on knock take yet. Because the Sharan and if you could random well a can no a liu Kennegan. I keep quite talk to a liu Kennegan. Bijam Kona quite talk that manaka a yigin to talk. A liu Fanto. Whether Cado and Gulayan one mile I about a long gideon. I like you can't ping it. Then go on to Koji. I keep on ping it. Quain when they learn the talk at when they say that what a you can ben. Manana learn the talking a tire de la way. Me the law tire, cake, echo quatin of a chicken job. When I go when Manaki walk a land with Manada the kid and Quayina. A chan panaru, the China, a chin quaja coin pot. Hina I didn't. When general, I mean, when they say that what honorable say that what. Running related again. We could see a king and a panaruja, when a jolly negative, when you get a law. When a one mother won't take you, Ben, Manon Chagan ping a chong out Moses.
Oh yeah, cái chọn mày yom, cái chọn mày yom,
And
chọn mày yom no watch.
so I yoga Kachio Kachali Kachiben. A copy of the Chan Bag Die, Bag Ting, a Chan community, Tabe Hanpin. And Kikatinian Chike, but how can be Jama Pay? Very important cable community visa Hanpin a dick, a Chan with that one of Panutin. Lava then the Kia Queen, Kidera and Yin, when a couldn't quite be a dick, Kichirio. Community, the Ruweng, a Chukwela, where many years ago, showed your comb, Biam Namadekade, quite Fari and a day kidden, who whatever a day kakin. Eleva then a chinyani, in a joy chicken around when then a Jolaram Koiko. Then the maid and the children and Kenam top. Who can take your leg and leva then the kitty the champagne a day ago, thin when you talk 10. So what did he let young and none like a young Chamjula and other than Queen Che bought la what they could Yeni Chalola, but then King Gala Moya can make like a deal a cake in there. Utawela de gunga. MK nyop de kenaka, nyop de banch nyom binga. Kididun tawon, quite him, van guy, cut the chain yoke in the coin quite chain at the daga. A young Chaban Yala, needed by woman, the Majok in Bafol. While I message watch a yo one. A Chagaman man in Walwell, Okiwa there, message cock a ban on the back channel 10K chicken day. Chin way walk by. Chin they could don't pay and a work special more than anybody else. Politics I make your pay long the youth. okay chalwela ngula le yen kito hira ne na lwel bi aben kin yeben there are different ideas or opinion kin ba ko mi da kai ko ko ne jam ki to ko ne kri yu de tan ke pyo di on the background somewhere I think ko je ko lo ke ko when we are not selective and a ken ke chu ga wi bu jam ga an o mo so ko le yen bu yo ko tan ko ma ka bu ton ko a chang ba ben ba kana se ben lo on the election one ki lo ko jela ko ki ko kwan provide that no chin tong would well generate because ka chi wo ga ten go ki pyo real there again welcome when yes go ahead
in jamot my brother Mayik kujola Moses wacha kale ja ben chan be ben ku ba beto we e kole ke wonte chien tuo group ko antu go ting ban ki go nin go kwena ne ka lo go la ping nenge ben yo fursa dan chan ben hoda ya ka le we ku tedeka ko wonte ju kwen on den ko go lo ke jam ping ke ich ange jade ko je got lakin pan pyoji ko ka jidi de ko ache ke jidi de bene ne nyar ake chol being live in the studio ka yo ke we ga je yen bai we Ruweng global media ake konto in our history ko ye panaru ama ko ye Ruweng akin ko je ngoto on the screen ku jo ko jam kene ka be dial kwen we ga kol chien de den ko je e kankwen ama gedpin non we ka wol media house kon ben Ruweng aran len manen tinge yugumga ke tinge achi biliwa yiwon ngade to ape lo che jang benene ene yenya kuran len la mai ache jang benene nya yana yugun ke lo ira na che jang benene nya lakin le yen yogba den gi chindang da tin ke ko ke ben ngur ke nya ro aketo ben ok bende na chin kre je ku ben preach o ben ke de kabuk ke ben kwen kwa awareness abug loy kwa yok we be biali da gog loy da awareness no nadi ga kachira na ki chol ke ngege ne ro yup ku gwela ka de ki dien la kwen kunang ki wod yigrin ko krana bo awon kene chol Ruweng global media ka chi loy ke ondan bog bena jam tin aran chien kwen ga de ki dien la kwen kwe ki woda cha ga tyok kene ka gwe ngur ki ji de de chen ka god en dide neng deran kijen dedi ka bijo la ke ngi no na di ke pai chin pai ki we get ke ku ga ka de ke dien la kwen kene ka bo we ko nya ya ku ka bak kwen ya le baga kwen repeatedly chan bi ko ngi no na di ka che we ko la kut ko cha ke nya o go beno ki wer be zat shabe ku ando o ki wer chin ke wer o yen ko ke ba en wich buk la gidam be trega pay trega kang men kwen ka buke ben yogi jilimya aka ku ke kwen rina to ke record na de ku kwera na right ka lebe play zaman run ka tie run ka tro ga ke chi lwe lewan yen shabam na ka yok ka big lo ke ngi non ye nan ke pyo gut ku ga ka de gi dien la kwen wa chen non chinen do man la pur tin kwa chen non andi ke luo en liu lakin ga nyar ba be ben de na ya ku be ku jam an che show de banya chating cha ganon ban we dok chen a cha ping wan privately anato an cha analysis dang dia cha loy an wonta cha yen ting kene dang jam ki go nyara ya ba ben wen ga won de yo ki chak tiok to ke chin ga ba be chol de ben en die ku jam na banya chirach generally wonta grading chak loy ke fair enough kene grading del balwaya honorable CA achi jam yani ijamunte very clear, but the chera an ben and ben dedi no nen clear. And let bin ran you deal pin ku japing ngokwen. Taban by aye gear kwakit kenga yen ga beben ke different model of leadership, is coming with different approach completely. Ake non bogen oy kuja kuting policies can luike develop kwa luike apply if ke be a remedy ke chigu alen usalen ke chigu go polim chila to gede ka kok dal ko chi dal chen ko kok dala ya ka be de dang dong ku bia ga be ranang be lok ben bi be ben tolo ayen achan bi lo pi media zatu en bany gule jam ka lo ke part of transparency and accountability lanu ka lege kwene tena ye ku dial ngot non chen ka cheke ku ka le buk dom to guten ku kwen wa ke chilwel wala wan ke chilwel non bin koy lwe pi public service ke chilwel non bin ken loy ke chilwel ku na gu yen ke kai lwel ke radio enaida na nyok to bi en chidi man chagen nyok jene ayen is coming strong transparently. Kwa buk joting we cannot say now he has failed or he has succeeded. Jokuoi and kibi joloi, and always judgment we pass with our political intention kaya clear. Kwek cha kile ya pay Moses kujola bany mayik rating chagloi ke very critical really. Yani can you people are independent analysts, and whatever you see cannot be linked to some other intentions. Ku nengle yen ping ni jamwen chag luel ka bi en encourage lanu getting a grade B from the start kayoke quite encouraging ku kale bi en chola anyoko loy ago jolo to A and some other levels. Ayen a chag loy encouraged, and I'm sure he will not ignore your rating. Abi they'll get very serious, and he has to build from there. Kukene ene kedangdika. Range unte chaglo B minus and B or B plus. I think everyone who independently think without political motivation will again put the same grade. Chile bugwa mioj higher or lower. I think it is clear that he has good intentions. Kukabijula Louis Stack Gidam, but his speech is clear that he has a program. He did not just come accidentally. Ke bok de could be ben their lawyer and resources could jola that situation be and your ben lawyer drag back. Ka big your benti, but already he seemed to be so prepared to do whatever he can within his powers and resources. Kene ba politen ke ban bentin ke koi the community Ruweng Union. Again, alaba lwela mobruk le Ruweng, mobruk le koche piot good. Te wane weda yen jo wiye ke jo go ke ke chen na diga pan chini koch. En gaga wan chi ke jwai rotot, lanu ke oge jam, oke yedi. Lakin now, achagre in the studio today live, aya ngikwe de koi dit ko ke tawa rao nete again en chen am liak pinywen, kuge enengo ke yok ke luiki. Kanen lwele ya, when I look at the top 3 candidates, ache ke chor kon lo yani achan bu koy dit ko big piot good like that, yani kayo ke very encouraging ke piot pay ku ke knyar. Communities ko wonta cha ke kwen ke good example. Achin pan le bi med yi ke chirandi, kwa chin pan man gi yigrandi ke chin med, and the order of social life kerandi dene med nyot kwe. So one chi ko chuok de lo gwang ka yo ka chike del tuoi gu ku ka chi de U-turn in the community management cycle. Yen ben chike ben nyal ke pia da pay. Ke ben ga ngwan ke koiril. unta ka jinyen chairperson ko ga dia ga ja ka go ngi very closely ke ko ko panaru ne chakra no wan be ku ke men Ruweng ku ke wer ki jo kon yorom ka kai kon tingo physically lakini ngi ayera nengril ke chi bopat keto it is a tight competition anyway ke le japai ku the model dan ki bai bi achi bi a public election ke close lanu ke delegates ke ka bi chwet ku chwet bi delegates bi ke chwet big ran bulam de la more delegates lanu delegates ka ke they represent the general assembly in my view, and I'm sure ke ga bi executive na bi la nyogo quentin ku ke ga bi ke the national council tagen bi la nyogo quen within. So ke my own understanding as a researcher lawyer about the structuring de body kene ayen omit piot ben chi ke ben yal achiran kwen ku wei ikegi ben ke gangwan ke non bo ke lo encourage could be campaign then big law conduct in a very peaceful way go chen koy len be nim la rock ku be la kwena ka pegla kwa pegla kayok a big night law be trigger wonta be community ben redu ku be del ngi non chi koy dit chi ke pyo diu na di ka dom ngi musulia den ku ba ya lere gidam kien ga a yeran be ben abdiel koy ke bai bu koy ki we ku mi da kai kwon to bi kwa bu koy ke bai panda pariang kwa bi ko je community to juba kwa nge bi ko je kuma tanyal lanu ke manichin akuma de ko ena bi kanga na bi ke glo ago ban be ben ke race bita community ke meno ngalaka ke race bita idaria ke ten ngulo proposals ke ku de resources to akuma chin ke proposals ku developmental wali yengo kalebe ga supported in a different way ku ken bekang tek to zatu lanu wan ge jwaje ben ke la good a chief administrator chin ama ranun te maj bai kichi chaga ke wonte le bilo yen zatu ku ke because of this gap lakini man bende community kene de ka kuan kwen nguke ke ka mido ke pios wali ye ka wonte date dan gutki ke ten ke chief ke kabia meeting ke ya kuma te de no ku community abnam de different body wonte be ke ga lead in their own community management ayen ke wikwa pay is a welcome decision nonadi ke Ruweng is coming to form itself through the community ke welcome ku ko ja bi ko yen youth and women and whoever. I am sure by Mebanyal, I lazim be called all the formation talk. Panda, kiye Ruweng at the Juba level can chiga very difficult. Chimantawa getene you don't go to occasions. Wadega kokchal kegiting behind the scene by the way, but I have a feeling that Bany Mebanyal will have a lot to do. Ran beben kene awi bi ben gi chirot guira dik lanu we damat kuon gunyera kuon to pi siasa a chiglo dik chigato loy kwen ga chi bai guy they don't talk because ye kwen ngen nga gen ro jod na to ki ko karo la nyu jo yi nga cham gi yai le kene ban ben yal anyar balegin we ben we ga ngwan ti chin ben we ga kumadu mat ki siasin mat ki kegi ni interest the Ruweng enke tueng ache interest the individuals kwache interest the political parties kwache interest the groups interest the Ruweng collectively can a first interest that we want to promote ama kaki yi katirkok kekipay kwa yen anyar leadership ben nyal kiril ago koy ben mahadi all these political formations we ben like apart from those political parties at the end of the day oge Ruweng kunenge ku Ruweng Koloi Ruweng without political interference, without group, without individuals kind of interest. Irane kule tije koi ki kangwan ken Iran boglu rally behind. Rano ben wuchol siasin nyui kupin ran di kum senakam ran di kum senakam boku nyui kupin bengek challenges ke ya nyu wan tawan na tawla ke yinga ke yan guot wan tawan an tawla ni chinam we luo yan ke wan tawan ka kam ni chik karen kien ke chake la gela chike jot ngega bi challenges ke bi ke kuen ku successes chin ke ran chiran lo ye mar chenga ke chi men ran lo ye che mar nanon aka ngi ku ke tok tok jangwan ni ku ben a chiran man ngi chu ge ngak yin di ken lo kuin ki ken lo kwa yo ko jela be ke ye CS ku jola governors various challenges ke la face including lack of finances big glue resources ken ke ngi ku lakin nga jo bai uja ro no maben ani ye long meet chogu juba yinga ke pena no loyen wachira ani jo la de chin chilo on the ground anyway ko ile lo to juba why do you care ngale ke weji ten be in mito ping ma achie mon ti chien ko na yin jele ke ping tv nyin e klen wi bin me a cho lo gwed let chien ku yin ping chien ko go chen nga yen ko ke a wi be ke ma di jadit ku buk token buk loy MPs I think they are not doing enough, and I have to be very honest. And I always say they are not doing enough because I don't care no matter who can be a chief administrator and in law. Things to do with kaki you do kake. And they ka big law. Example one agamu gadi chiogla or Biden who can ogla ne tuji kir ka utui kene ko jen ke la law table in parliament. Be yo pege ko room panden ngo kinara chu ko na ping chot jot ku lui ki case lui ki file ke kule ki dam ngi ku na diga bi junu Sudan na bi ping because chi ki to loy so Iran be ben uncle panto in ji ben wali ye one man miyo wali ye Simon wali ye governor Teje ran be ben we your task from me kai guma ting ke to unite the politicians in their own groups neke botok kumar ke community ku chokwe ni Ruweng achan Ruweng bi ko ke ye pan chin ke beyen wit ana real ten ke ngak ku chi ajais kine latin ke ngi de pan litin lakini tiai chi ko jorom ku jam kide in different groups and all this chi wo bu ko ayen an chi jamaret Mubruk le shabab bany mayik bany melo we ki ko nya pe katirwana wo ke ban chwagte ne ade long tin lo ya o ki kwa nya ban jidit akako a chi gyo be wen chem ku ke ka chwe ki ka jogo ke be lui ban jidit chi be na kuma chi kwan kwa chi chal kuma kuiri ala pe yen ka yok ke non bi ke tie daman chi kang I kwot ku ka bungor ke le we no na de ka kuma jidit chi londa chi ton di shabab ku woglang bu community bi ben ya la go ki lui ichin ko bai la gidam ken nga awo izai dai la pinga yo ga chagwa ting ago dai tok amanu ge de chai tok ku pa ji tok ku ke kawan chu ke do wai da du ke ku ke ju be le nga ko be dol la yen ki jwa ji ben na chin ge be riel o go shabab o ke mat kwa chu gam non bo lui tok ban ji ben ki chin tek tok ku ka chin siasa yen siasin ale ke getene bam du na chuk tio ku kio ku be yo bu ja rom ka Ruweng ko den ka kwen ku ke wi yo yet bu jo rom lakin wane wo mit cho ku tok tok la nga ga lom to I choli ayo ga bama ai lo ko tio awo wi bu ko jerot ko ye part and parcel of Ruweng ko chi be a ko yone ke use ko ye tools as it has been. So I'm assuring you the task is already taken seriously. Kongod ko luirot mobilized, bukoi ko one strong body. PYA is alive and well, chingichi enough, and it will even be more stronger than it was. Thank you very much.
Very good. In Chile, the pair go when gum the Majok yok we build at one mass gum, Keran Kuro, who Kadidianum, ka yo ga chi ki kon gao ke ko wi ju ke ka long Ruweng global media go ke am mo ge ne kan en ke kring chol media ke kan ke time ne ke jwar man yemen ten da man da ne touch chi lo already ke le re akan okay, we are not selective na chiran ke de ba ke topic dik pet ke ka lu ko law de chan mi ben jam ke da man da ne a problem yi ya na ni pya mi wan no uchot isolated chan chu ku bi a fa de ka ye jo lo de ti ke go do la marwai lakin mar bi jo lo di ke fan long ni chabab wan ke ki chabab ki be a part of the youth or the part of it lakin no kidai me en nga ki den chi lo wan yan dai chi ke ban ne la kwan tin man a chabab be da changes bi ke bai man wan che won tin wan che gen la bai ne lo ne ka lo to duel ke le bi jo ben di mana chi ben strategic and way of getting their leaders ayen na yoga chi ban del bai ko ban wan che ne ki jam ku ja doctor wan e very potential en nga kelebe da ni ci jom mum da len ka wan ci na na gad bi ka yo ya nyen pat en nga a chan we ter ga nge ke ga ban ai yi ko konti utat ko en nga atu ji toy da jira na ga tin ke yen wo ki ban yo ba bi ban tu ji tu chak la ba bi fa ko ya da tan ko ko da ci ko ga da ci ga da wel nim ni go lo to do mi la wala bi tawri ci ga da wel nim yen nga atel bira antel gula yena kala yuto tan ke chan bikra kwen never aban abi real bade ne chan biga da connection with politician e gude kan ke kwen pet ka ke ne kidi ke chan bu ko yin na ta bin tet ku kwen manade de ko jam la ngo ban che ngo in ngo lo greeting adiga ku ndien tan ku a che yin ma yin nga jam kwa jam ke tiezi kwa jam ne ban chen nga on a radio interview lakini interview dan wan twing na lo go grading tag de ngabe alibia disaster yo greten achu gu bin ya ka yo ke bai bu lo ko chogo twing in ben gum je do na in odwa bi na jem ku ka pya ko chiri ka ga chi gu bi ga re bai ku lo ngak lo nan lo chi tu do na ta luin tin ku de lo ko ka pan no den idea di gone ben ko nim ken iran ben fen bi ne ke kon ko te ge ne chedi a chan bru en global media la mi bi ku la ku ta live video ku ti wa mikla ne chu ku en ke o ya ne ke o ria go fa ke me la ria go ten ke ria go ko ne wa de ngla go ge jo tong la ko ge wo ba ti na ka ma no de bo ge le to gan kri da jong kwa en ne te ga ayen ya ke nyin ba ta pin kwan ki ban kid manota kinen kwen gabl based on the delegate which is good that then ban ku wato ban ga be kila mat ku bi ki ban wonta be ke manin e ken ke very important association a chanan ke alo ne ba ku ne fa na ru ba en ku jo ke de fa na ru community association ku ja biem na community association aliu ngabe fa na ru yo le chol ku ja le chol ngon kan and fanaru community a ke wel go nyu kule yen ki chi kwen ne ki ran ban le gwad ru en to biem nam a chere de ma en ke base ki ken and ena bi ko ki biem nam ne be ben gan bi ko ki far yang ben bi go ban la de na ku nam kani and it had to be based on the delegate can in the community and we present ban mana ki en ru en de 18 section when je ru en administrative area in jak management in de 18 section and yetawra so akene adiga paidi da goko kapya do part of you bu ga encourage bu kana buga rom e chule la na buga ko yunta young people la ko ga kwan kinga ke ya busy o go jo jo mo son melo and the incident cholo yan bara che le ban ke jo are bio go jitan ja la ke ja tagi ke kre ba chi kwen yetawra ga ayen kanen ke taw in challenge the pair go motor in ba Paul Kuyan tag dengan chimti ba jam pay a book theo because then ben for chapa then over the meeting and pay global conference in ban former chief administrator one ke got and he is willing and then we can topic book by be la pen yen be la pyo be ban a chin nang pay be lo le ja yu den ki wan ki pel ja ka chin ten we kulu mana ga le yu mana ka chin ga den be lo ke jamen ko book jordan and by president but a ji for den wan chi bio ka tele ten ke nga chik twa ja go ka chi cha ga ya wan go le ja ki le gen chan ba ben tu jine abu bai en nga kuran de pyo jam na iran wi bi jam audio te de kai kai ku le bi bi lo interview within the Ruweng global media ka le bu ga ta whatsapp ku jam ku ping rol ku jola yen pending karang presentation bi gumba loy ku jola wan ma den tini chol wal chol de chaban de lwa long the Indian ti and so can ben ke funding interview akida na to mo jadi and we da chake oi ba ngor ku wai ken ka ben lo review ko je lo review je ki en ka pa ru yo ting den tian ga le ba den jiran yo ja ga lo ben a che we ya a che na bigi chu ba ngor ku pem ke message yen wo ke kale Moses go ahead
alme me yen di ga me yin chale gum ma jogin chale ja pe jam chin jam ke chora ne yang ran one talented person and they can kelim ke chol knowledge kelim ji man wane tong ke ko ko chin him yo ga ta ban in la pan kat ki la pan edun ku kat ki la ba ku edun to win bin la yo tong en ke tan knowledge kwen ke tan power ke ko in chale jam chin jam a chi garang ma biyo chi lu le yen lu gal ga chin dang bi long ben bi tin kwa jin dang bi ku ma ji di dang jo ben te pe lu ka ben bi jo chin ok bu to ok bu got ok bu pok ku be ku la ben gal ke bu ga ke ko te ko luel ku ena bi ok yi ena bo gen yo yi ke yi ke chi luel Ruweng ok bi ka bi 2015 ku ka yo kwa ji de che man liu kek kwa ji de talkie ku young people are talking lakin achiran che ya proud that in whether the duna chingong the dunde namok wala mo hit gobdi wala wo hit ina ya proud cake when again ping America and will gale America first interest America ke ya first ke chol by ke ya by with jaban bi akaye gu thor ten gene mane achie wo og the bus and tap resources ke wo o kai kake o ke chak ting bet ko ko le very simple lakin og lo buga ran lo pi run won te ko wi jera ne pi pin nam lakin our innocent civilian to buy o ke ben ga civilian ko ke junu bin ben a wi ki koin ting kwa a ki koin wi one way a variety of ways the thing in a wi bi koin bi loy a yen Ruweng kwen yen irandi taban community akere ko dit ke use ne ke use community akere ko dit yana me lon kene taban an chila pe nyogo jonga li na be di yen ting aning ting ran jonga li na lu kon be ben ku ja ben and ran jonga li gan either ba secretary or ba ran finance ku yan lo comment that's how the work in ke lo ka yi pan to kene lo ye so ke chi lo in gum taban in a little guy with the brain big brain in the nom yi jam nun ke lo ta ba wu jam in jam okay put sie jam na ran one jam krengi taban de borderline e ko ke yam tin kriye bana che ru ka anything ene tane ka eh
ayo ben chito to gunu de jitan
Yeah, give me a minute and Ben, huh? Got thinking October, I know weekend.
When good mother who chat ki chat me lo chila
Yeah, wait.
to pande ta nyang pin ki ro chun anna kay na al mem chin me ki ga chat me da I go ahead gum to den ka tin mi chat
I think okay. Moses Kaji Ben, you
Ben,
can proceed. Yeah.
and Taman, Pijman ka goal a local label, Buka Jolo Bab, you want, we getting one goal as PLM num, as PLA, golam ko, we just expand. And then keep quite to den kiki shopping. The chin个 lubung ngot bula lo twing more than kin could tin one thing and a ko rong in kid level when I want to yam a sheep your man luak. Aban who okay scholars who he quite lo judge based on command wala section wala what no I can't take lawyer ke your psychological ke attack I mean ngoy attack en ke lo judge ku te ine lo tin en ke lo judge so in chale je long un te kin o yin alej chani le je uh, wo wo ko ki ruwen o kilo grappling problems now problem lo ko jo yo mane kwen ga man chi ko chi man to na pan to mane ka won chan party ne chalo play akira lu and deny even president kir mi yangi ayi chulo de ke jwa yuan ke bi ku bi tin gene angi jenen lu na to ka tin chalo ba lu le ten uh, lu ke wider ku lu taban chan de ka jwe ka loy angi ku kene ku jala ko jwe ko ki man raw ni chol wu da mi yom de wo era andeng da ke wo da wona nen tieng tin I think wo ko ko won te bio da chwil ku yen pan tho ka chwil ne ni chanen ka janen ko jong ali I think so ka ke ka eh wo a wi buro chok pin ku na ne lul gul shi ba demonstrate da ban yen a chin man de go won da ji luo ko piwi kwa chin ta tyo so ke no piu ni meten ani chak di de kwan ga we bi ku jot ke ya foundation by the government ke community in ke ya foundation the government so when cha government che liu ke log ke lo big ni log with the vice president ke chairman and kan deputy de ke lo big log lui top e kene loan by ku yen en ke ko gamo bi en ke be yen opportunity ago ko chol ku bi lui brainstorm I think so yen long kene lui ku encourage both the loy panda laway kula we le pana we en ka ogen ting den ka wone controversies wone o loy ran chur yok en ke den loy la loy en kwe kene ke nyu chi ko ji ko chi kan nyu kumit na chi ke ting ba den ko ben ko ji ke ben ka yo ran ba nyu ku ku wi bu loy encourage ti janyen ma yi mane ma yi ga cha le ba jonyo le ba jonyo yi ting kwene tane ma yi ga le ben jonyo yi chi le ben jonyo lu kwen ka wonte jam wi en mane when low grading actually exactly based on the psychological way a jam thing yana me lo de ka ka kanim yana ma yigen ka mu kan wona ina chien followed very well so yen ne te lo kan ku ben a cheri leto ben a ja go pi wan Afghanistan ko ye ko de ko ri aro kairo ke duri yo ko chin kan ya lo ni yomi ku ben ngor ka majmane ben ke jaj ku ke legen ku lo ke lo le lekin ke lat wona ran sure bu ko lo bion eh repair kin won te bu be lo repair ke na right so yen o yen gop an mi lo ke yen an mi lo an mi pure pay ke ruling community bu lo form bi lu hen with the shiba demonstrator ku ke community ka be der yel ke bi banye ke ya ban bi ya ban through ko ka ke wen ga wan shima yirde ni queen e jongule các bạn ở trên cái cha quan ping chụp quên trong cái liu là đi cái ran cái ghê asaja cái vấn đề chỉ lôi reason vấn đề chỉ lôi cái liu lakin piru wen ten cái too much akoy bi en shopping in a community ruin community union bi en shopping na we koy bench man tan me lo ka ban ga chini wala je tini kan tini president ki wala ra lena leiten an kon ben we dai kon ben jam lo we kene ka tinga rong yen kwene tan ngek na le ko ke lo screen ku jora an tong dan gen wala ke ro ke wi ko lu ke te ko ne ke tinga competitive ga le ka la ra mi jo bela ben okay they are doing the same thing lakini kinga ngora jodi one to kula kale cha gwar cha de rod kule bane kede en kene ina ruwen riyo kwen ka ko won chan kede garang bio chan ngul la chi garang ngul galo gulu grapping problems until we find the better solution ina gi jo bende ruwen kol chi kol kana yen an chi bu ira pai ku yin gumin chale a chi ma yiglu won taban wo ga ye o ki ba ko ko ki ngwen wa wi bu lu shar wo ko won te be bene ne te ni ran be no wo ki nyang ran lekin RGM wi ku bito ki forever a che ku pol ko cha ga yen ba de na lu bu la ruwen ku le bia media chuma ne media ko to pijinu bu dan chuma non te to na I radio ma ke loy ke ta tin ke we ke chat pin na chin we ma ga grupo so one te loy ku jela engagement when ran wo loy so yin in chale ben ku jela ko ke bene ye tek den de ke daran so yen ko ke kale ku shabab gun ke ya bai man taw da ruwe man shabab taw na chin shabam liu lakin di ki ko wo lo na ke kwen ke ko ku wi bu bai bi la jot a chu de lew tin so yen an mo ko iten ki jam shabam lo wat ma yi ka wonen we bi lo long ne lu bi lo meeting yen o ke kale ku yen an chi be jam ba duong na min ma yi what chakale ban
Thank you very much, Moses. Yoka ban gumna de kitin na bikat the chan be a final word of the kade who open you.
Ka yen apia da wek chakle ka yok ka lejen ba duong nam wek fursa chag ye ga ne kole ku ja jam di chag jam analysis chag loy ku jola jem chak de election bend Ruweng Community Union chagen bay nyal kaman kenyar ne gamki ke ko wonte ka ke kalew be ke tie chan Big Ben to RGM kaman Big Ben lek wider community lano ko ji kita long to ku kene ke maktab ko lo represent bana yi ko me a chi bi a juba ene to de ka ko ken wi Big Ben luel a lirich ke kala Big Ben ne ya ku Big Ben ping rot ago da tong dong ne ya de bi yo ke jabe to ko wonte bi dong on record ki a campaign trail then bi lo recorded ku bi dong for sometimes ka bi ko be PhD ne ya lanu ka kit ke kala no ne ke lo for other education purposes yen a chin gidit ba kwen ke dien wan ja lo request o ti ache to on rush den fursa chag yo will keep in touch na chin fursa ya ke kala buk be ngot ke be ku ko da man pe kwa chin rio ke ne ke ya ne tagen ache non ne we ka che we ge yan lo kut kan yar bi ko dai ku ko bi en loping ke chol media ke idea du man ko ke ti cho BBC che BBC ne ran la de yonde wala Al Jazeera ke di chin kudu ting kwa tak belek bu kudu luel on air ke yine lu reach out ka kida e ku ke kwen I attended 2 official shows kayo ke our own initiatives ke cha ke lo ane to wala lo ku ke ko ke so kwe shabab niar kaman baga lu reach out to RGM ku tiki ke de ke ngim zaman ku de ke wi bag ben thong kunte relevant la no de kini maintain no rules they also scrutinize ngobe ben kwen before chike gin invited so apiat bedap topic do ya to watch go ya letting to dwell into the context in line with the rules and regulations ke media so chin angya chin restriction so we kulu kwe shabab lo ke encourage let's come here wo ben ajam ka kuan on te wo ke ting ke developmental kwa che ka on te wo duong nim chen ma most of the things ye ku ke handle on WhatsApp lakin be ku media kana be ku lo use command ke part of our community forums so kene wek ba ke le ku wek ba ke be pola ya bag be ka ko pe le ting chok ko bu jo be rom te den ran ti ben do kon ta ke kwen ke mi da kai ko ke je musulin na de dan un ta le big ben kwen bai ka le bran ben around o pieng ka man de dan un ta tiran ka tiran like yi former CA yes I know chi jo yop man kwa chi a part of the community a chin de le yin tin na ji pyo miet ku de tin en we be ben kwen ya ka chin ran dang jay ko le big ben around respectfully bu ko ben lui discuss to kwen yen and our brother ben ale bi ngor ko bo lanu ka kit nghe the ke gi yen ko ale bi da ka bi ke ben weri ja ya ke ya kerdi ke ko wonte de ki ci Moses ci lwelwen ko ju gum ngwet yani be ka wonte ci te den ko kor wala siyasat ke ko la jot min la wonte lui ke discuss ko ke kirod la lahat be ka ken wonte private ama ka wonte personalities kenaga yo ke which another another energy ama another approach and beger lanu by chiko road lawyer attack on personalities the chien gwena kade ke which and it is cutting across achi ba shabab ne tokumana achi loko aka che chiwe chuobe ya ade ko dit ko kyu ke ga ting kaman ke wejwel ka yo ke ne apiat book pol ko ye bai taban siasi ke game manen kwena ke game it's not always a win-win. Someone must go disappointed, another one will go happy today. Tomorrow, it may change from one person to another. So apiat chiko road man pat okay koi liga pay koi ruwen to a space talk tin kamana ko koi ke dabrom a chilo be hatred below promoted lanu be are in the same space nana when apiat beyond the end it could chi krang loy chiko ja disagree kapiat be a judge in good faith could have another solution but ko so personalities are which will really avoid the dentrega all the way from social media to physical meetings and all that I would be talk the less tension on this part we change personalities ke ko en kwen nga ka tole ma a chen bi ja gwet da man bi ko ro mo da man bin yo go doran kene the only tool we be ran jo loy pin down ka yo ko che good practice che good culture kwa chu we book loy promote so we are totally discouraging it we change personalities attack on individuals or group of people akene ke tan pin mostly ten youth ten community elders and everybody book lo avoid ran ye join betriga tegi ingop gwe ngek kene achete deka angor ke bi dede non chenen wo chenon chiran lat en benen jo la dede non adike kana chi wo chama kaya chiara lui so neng lat ke pal ke kuno ko ke yero join betriga tegi ko rot kayo kana po chola chenga pet ukena Ruweng chola ye Ruweng wiku zema wan chi banywan che wan mada chen wan chi jal chol Stefano elwela ga de Ruweng wiku so Ruweng wiku awi bi ben betrega te go ro te chi na pat yen ene kile ba tan pin kene long ni na ka ko cha kele ja pe media kene neng di lui abdel digre ala ka be ya ko chok kwe chini be chen daman we ka be ke ja gwi enga ku real ten ci be ngor ko lo gut parien enga la no to den a strong network there ka yo ga chin pen ko le big jam life um yin bay mai ti chak yo ku fursa ya non chi bay na dan yal chen gam non en jam ka ko man chen ye te ka chi lo all the way to I radio ku de ka ko kya ke ting ba ke tie ji yen ku ka wen kya ke tak ba ke ma den la bak tie ja be ben online here ku bi ben ngot ku kweno nafsa barnami chi de ko bi ben ngot ku kwen kaman then programs ke bi ke ben nyot by through this media kayo kude nam fursa ya ke loy ki invite you may also reach out to him so I know okay too much work for you but try to reach out ago bang ko ago ki ajam wo ko chin te go jam ke yen dang ba tan pe ke na de lewrot men ke dial ke tem ko chakele
in chule je ne
Julie, a very important remark. Akir yog in Julie, a gum, when one and what we are when we participate, long na kadwan ta queen very important. And yok casual ethic and professional ethic. Any career, could you lie in values and take a reba, human custom, quan fanaru, take a casual ethic, one a coyote, yaninam the ringo, kujala mo, woo, a quite yan kujala ganun goodbye, take very important. And kawana are part of the body. A chicken die queen along the padang in general. Liu. Brand described in this zone, Kungaban, Kiki ethics, Kiki custom, Kiki values, and ran fan route the kind of Latin, Koi Lamon, Kokai, Koniman, Shongim Jomako, Junubin, in a go in a lot of Kirkire. And Elabaden, Yokan, the part of the body, Elabaden, Kayaton. I share a Kilana Kaipol, Katongan, and Kana Yoga Chipijal. Where Kichikane and a wee bogot more ko will remind about the asset. Man chi malon mayan chen ban ke long finance queen. A chi levi law yo law bank to kule yen cha ma yiding at 1 million. They will all be. A che you can a che ama gum man yo kule ban ke doctor ka chi levi ma yiding a try chen dam ka chi kan dam ka chi kan dam. A che yen ka. So ka chi ka ke very common sense. Ma ba le yan an ma go melon mi an ku ja ka kit ke go mat ja wood ben ki le ba de ne ki tin jala tek ki ja ngak bi ben a chen ka an ke yo ki rio ta la kin ke in chorio ka wi bu ke ba bi ko ba long de fana ro be da o che lui ka chir ka ku lai ke ko chen yiri ha fio ya an in fio ya bu krai kwen le ba den kilo da chen la fa na kwan ja lo kan ka wa aka ka wi bu ke pol bo te gi an asset da no ko e Ruweng ko pa na ru wi bu ke te da no ka wo te tin na ati yogin man fa nu ke la ran wan ke le ke le ngen jo la se te bele ke yokin ki da la a cha na re go ele ba den jo ben tong ta ni chin pyo jo la diu ke je le yo a ye da nga ka chan ka ji la ka cha me na ka lu ke de pyo jo ya class because la de ne e na la da che yo to ko ke non bin chin ma de ke ryo ne ka gu ryo ko che non ku je ne ken en Ruweng global media ka yu ke ran ben man wan chan general secretary chan in chol long the panel student association en ke le Mr. Host Mr. Mayik kuna lo ben den ma ne kwere a chan o ki ben ke ba na che wi a che ke de wi ke na ka wi brand jam professionally o ki wi bi la en ke te lo en pan ru a chi ko ku ru en chi ko ku ra na re ka ben de re ka ko non le baran jol la da di ku ke ran en li kla de I don't know lakin na chi tong dong ka pya baran go nyo ne theo ku pya ki en na a cha na man ti ne o ki nim de mit ko ki nim de mit o ki nim de duet ko ki nim de kan ma a jam ten mit ke oi ken jan ba di jan ki cha fa ru ja lo ja la pa wa ki cha pin mu ja lo ja la ke me ne lo gan yo tan ku le yin ko jam ta be ja lo ma le ki ja yin de dan wa le ne de den so ka chi ka pya bu ko da te ko kwan ku Ruweng kun ko ka man wo we de ko jam mun ki ke yo ke di relate ne ke it's okay ke culture da kan ayoga bu ko je cha be et me qua yok win ban gum min chuk le je ban won chin ban ne kdo na ba buk tin o de loy wan sa de ki chok por ran kan ban loy ku yin buk de chol ku jola wet ko mat ko an a very positive chan bu ben analysis ke youth election one ki la ku jala leadership and ki kwan activities kan lo ke bu ke tin on e ka bi chere ko wan ki bai to jong no wal bi wot ba nyang ma en nga ka kene ka yo ke very important good example ka wan chor go nyuad attending the youth be creating pay by nhau go ku jam the other platform ko pay en nga ayo ke be ko ni ma ko ni ma call en ke be a very important na chira na call chi abuna lwela na buna de mun Kenya pio yo kadang na ni chol orientation lo ko justice and fees kanisa dan all cross go jo la ban gulela yen pana ke chi jal ke chi la pana Europe en nga ke toro wen na le dan wan chuk bai ke na le dan catholic ne toro wen ne ka ud betil ade abun ko ke tinga ke chol ke do cha ngu ele yan an chi belo kai ke de courses ke le lo ni yo la tu ta ta abuna dit ke ka waja tin de ke den pio ke jala ke kai ke jal de chen lo won ke kai ching mi od ku le nyu te pe en na ko ya le lo ku che yedi en ayen wa pana na iran ning de krai ding de ko le ku ka chi lo ka yit ken ko ke jala te de nen jame ku ko be le nyu te pe be ko lo kwan jo ka jel abi ngi yen ku le ke be ke alo ne mi kla ba ka le bro che wa yen nan mu ko jiten ku ka yo ka mo so da ba ko de ku chat wal ba gu de
No, yen ka ba luel kin taban ka wi ku buk loy chan yen to e jam na wi ku ga wi jam chan bu ga jam sa du jam ke ko la twen piri ka wi bu ga jam den gun te tin ka jemi ku nyeng tan be dang pe be loy so won ka yo ne ka ba loy ku jam ne chieng pin nam man yen nan ko tan wi ka le.
thank you very much you ado ku ko jiten ku obu jo ba ben da man pe o ku ke le ko cha ko jo ku ba ku ba la wo yen welcome.
gobya yo bundi de ngere jongen mi ka non pare jule bole jola kola ge yo ke jelo je ya ko boy bai yo bundi de